mean, I like their lanes, I like their matchups, I like their overall like team fight aspects as well, what they're playing against, and yeah, I agree totally with what Fear was saying. Just definitely some damage issues. I think a lot of pressure on Stonebank to just really pop off, and it's not that easy of a game when he's playing versus like Drow Silence, playing versus Disruptor 2, BKB necessary. It's usually not something you want to get too early on these Slarks. So let's see how it does end up going down. And also, taking a look at like the mid lane also, Gunnar, very comfortable in this matchup. That's why they like snap pick the Ember. They knew it was going to be Primal Beast mid. It's a good matchup for that Ember Spirit. You're always able to counteract him. So for Dendi, could be a game where it's just difficult for him to get initiations. Like pre-BKB, if he just charges in, there's Tombstone down. There's going to be so much that's just going to prevent him from doing much of anything. So could be difficult for him to get these commitments forwards.
Well, let's have a look. It's going to be exciting to see. I mean, do you think Moonmine's too much? You know, obviously got him the tide, but the Slark was still there. Is he going to have a bit of a tough lane? Or when you sort of consider the 2v2, is the tide still going to be able to get something out of this and not get punished too hard by the Slark punching into him?
He should be. It's also a Slark and a Warlock, right? So it's not like it's a super aggressive kind of hero. It's a hero that's just going to keep Stonebank chilling and farming. Pushing Moo out of lane should be difficult. And they are going to be putting the Undying bottom. They're going to have the Disruptor up there to just constantly click and hit this Slark. And they'll have, like, you know, kinetic field to prevent if there's any, like, real big disaster for Moo. So I think Moo should be pretty okay. Wondering if he's going to go the Meteor Hammer build this game. Could be a possibility. I'm mostly going to be looking at mid, looking at Gunny versus Dendi. Fun matchup. Let's see how bottom goes too. I've seen tons of times these Drow Undying lanes, playing versus a strength offlaner. If it's not this double range like Fear was suggesting, sometimes the lane just becomes so damn difficult for these strength heroes to really do much of anything. It's like these 2-3 stacks of decay come up, and then what do? Can Husky get the connect? Looks like he should be able to at least get the... Oh, he actually doesn't get the whole thing. The range creep even hit him. Okay. Thought he actually got it.
That's the man. Yeah, he should be able to hold this. She's going to try to get it. Okay, we're getting pressed a bit now. Yamson stepping forward aggressively to make a meet under the tower.
Dendi doing a great job, at least in the first 2 waves. He got all the last hits. He's got 9. I think he only missed... Nah, now he missed a couple, but... Pretty damn good, those first 2 waves.
I mean, is there ever a point in this matchup where the Primal can sort of... Oh, here we go. Yeah, Dendi.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that was cute.
That was a nice one there.
That was cool. It's up to if the Ember makes a mistake, which I mean, Gunnar, he shouldn't make this mistake. No. He's so comfortable. He's played this matchup like 100 times, so he shouldn't. But so far, pretty good for Dendi.
Yeah, I mean, you don't sort of see any sort of chance for Stamanen getting a sneaky arrow in on the mid lane.
No, not really.
No.
It's also risky. Like doing this at level right now at the 2-minute mark is okay. But he can't really leave Funnick too much more. If you leave him now, like afterwards, to keep checking these 4- and 6-minute runes, Funnick is going to be unbelievably underleveled. I'm not sure if they can even contest down here anyway, though, but... Definitely going to be a slow start for Funnick.
I'll try and chase him out a little bit. Good Dragon Tail, make sure that Husky's not able to drop anything else in an attempt to go.
Oh, double decay. Can't let that happen.
Giving Yamson a very safe amount of space to farm without any pressure coming in from Funnick and Stamanen. Husky tanking all the focus right now.
His DK is getting low. He's 160 HP, 580 top end from those decay stacks. Yamson is also now level 3, so they just keep protecting their range creeps. They're trying to make sure that they get those denies. They will get at least one of them. But yeah, wow, Dendi, I usually see this matchup go the other way, so really well played from Dendi, at least in that mid lane. Even 5 denies.
Oh, very hard start.
In the game, overall aspect still, you know, Ember has a lot of ways to play around the Primal Beast, but this is an excellent start for Dendi. If he's able to make maybe early rotations, I mean, when I'm looking at Yamson, I really hope that he gets that Gust, either at level 4 or 5, something you absolutely need to do when you're playing versus Primal Beast.
Oh, nice try there, Gunnar. Did try and trip Dendi up with the chains as Dendi charged away. Maybe if you got lucky with the units that it went for and it would have got him, could have had a chance of threatening him. Dendi stays alive, keeps safe.
Moo up top. They've got to pounce on him.
See if they were to chase him out here. Lelis has got the glimpse, and that should be enough to keep Moo safe. Keeps the Slark away from him. Shadow Word damage alone won't take him out.
Yeah, he's still doing very good right now. Moo, you see 19 CS versus the Slark. As we said, if there was a different, like, aggressive hero, perhaps they could look to bully the Tidehunter more, but with Lodin being a Warlock, it's tough to really do so.
Yeah, with this Ring of Health, Moo should be feeling very, very safe right now. As we see here with our odds provided to us from our partner, esportsbet.io. Very much feeling that nouns are the one to have the edge in this game.
Will he queue up the Meteor Hammer? He did. Okay, there we go. So Moo, he is going to be going for it this game. Kind of felt like he would.
Yeah, and Tide, one of the offlaners that you feel Meteor Hammer in this patch is pretty much the standard.
I'll allow it.
Oh, you're still on the fence on.
I hate
on
this
the
item.
You
I mean, I know it's pretty good now, but yeah, I don't really. It's just too much. People are still overdoing it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
A quick snipe from Stamanen has gotten away with having that deep ward, that lane ward down the majority of this opening.
Those matter, honestly, when you see him even like claiming any type of bounty runes, any type of couriers in the early laning phase, because they are going to lose their lanes a little bit here, especially in that off lane. Definitely important for him to find any type of extra resources, at least, to get that gold. It looks like he might actually look for that setup in the mid lane. Dendi has hit 6.
Worth a try.
Dendi's 6.
Oh, well then they will have to follow. The question is, do they have the damage? No, not quite.
Not quite. He had already used
Close.
trample. Yeah, he used trample on the wave. If he had trample, very likely they just get that kill. But now pushing Gunnar back, perhaps, and it's around the rune time also, so 10 seconds. This is a pretty nice rotation from Stamanen. And Funnick also survives. TPs to the tier 2 once the tombstones drop. He's okay. Big moves.
We'll head back down here. Wants to try and farm up the tombstone, and he'll get it. Easy goal for the Mirana.
Very well played. 0-0. The heck? Coming from our other regions. We usually have kills already.
I mean, we might see Dendi about to change that. He's making
nice.
the moves down bottom.
This is a good move. There's a gun
Yamsen's
skill.
pretty far up here. If Dendi can find the drow, but as it is, Yamsen.
Gunnar saying Primal Beast missing. He's making the call.
Yamsen's got to be very careful how he moves around here. I mean, he's been found. Dendi.
He's got the gust.
He's going to be able to push back the Primal a little bit, but Dendi's still in. These setups there for the arrow, and first blood will be Bait taking down Yamsen. Dendi, the one to claim it with the rotation.
Very well played. That looked like it almost might not work out because they're just like ships passing in the night, but ends up hitting it. Gunnar, when he sees that rotation coming, immediately just starts pushing onto the mid lane, getting that pressure onto the tower. It's going to be an early Meteor Hammer for Moo. He's actually... I thought he would do well, but I didn't think he'd do this well.
Sure, he's like, he's had no issues farming this lane.
He's absolutely free farming versus the Slark. I thought it would be a little bit slowed down at the very least, but
I mean, it's as you say, I'm sure it's just down to the fact that the Slark's got the Warlock as the pairing. Not a lot you can do. Sure, Slark's never going to die, but he's also never going to kill.
Yeah, I think Lelis did a pretty good job also. It's like every time there was a risk, he had glimpse skilled, so they would just glimpse the Slark away so he didn't get those stacks and stuff, so...
Yeah, has got the couple of points in upheaval on the Warlock, so Lodin will look to try and get involved and set up some action.
It's the new build.
Yep.
Bottom, Husky.
And Funnick should be able to take him down. Looks like they'll also be able to farm the tombstone. Getting some good early action here, Bait.
Yeah, and Funnick also doing better than expected as well, right?
Sure.
He's also pretty much neck and neck with that Tide. Pretty damn good start here for Bait. 1K lead already. Power rune, what is it going to be? It is up top. So Gunnar looks like he should be able to claim that one. Really big rune for that Ember Spirit, of course. And looking at Lelis, he's been a bit quiet, at least in the laning phase, but because if you look at that triangle...
Yeah, beautiful stats.
He's got it all prepped. He's got, what, a triple hard camp and a triple or quad ancient at the ready. And yeah, Moo. Meteor Hammer done. Time to start poking this
here
tower.
we go, Gunnar. He's got an arcane rune. He wants to make something happen with it. They're setting up on top. They get the glimpse back on Lodin. It's a dead Warlock, but this will give time for Stonebank to get out of there.
This tower's going to go down with this move. And Bait, yeah, they cannot set up to defend around here, so kind of going to have to make their own move. Does mean that they're going to lose this tower pretty early on, so Slark is going to be pushed all the way to the jungle a bit early. But Stonebank is doing great, and he's going to be going for Diffusal. I like it a lot this game. As we said, earlier today, every single Slark seems to have their own type of build think earlier. It was a very good defusal game, and we still saw the Slark go like the usual Echo Ags build anyway, so. But this one versus Tide versus Ember, you can definitely see the reasoning. Just it's an aggressive build rather than more of like a farming style build, so they do have to play aggressive when he has that defusal. Is it stack time? Looks like it's stack time. Time to clear him.
Top Stonebank. He's going to tease around with Gunner for a little bit, but indeed more than enough space for Nouns to clear up the triangle. No chance of bait heading over here.
Yep, some even joining in. 3 heroes in the triangle. Means bottom tower, Funnick is going to be able to claim that one. Is Funnick also... It looks like Funnick might also be going the Meteor Hammer. He went for Tread Bracer first, though.
You got to admit it, though. On Dragon Knight, it feels pretty good.
I mean, yeah, fine. I'll give it to you.
You know what I mean? You've got that easy stun setup. You're a hero that wants to be pressuring towers anyway.
I mean, I just can't... Watching people stand still in team fights just drives me absolutely bonkers. Gunner, able to juke the arrow. Ruin spawns top. He's got the remnant on top of it, so he'll be able to claim that one. Lodine.
He's going to go for the TP out. Won't make it. Damage is done with the multi-shot. Yamsun able to claim the kill.
He'll say worth it. He got the ward. All 3 cores farming very nicely.
Yeah, a good close start.
Yeah.
A slight lead for Bait, of course, but Nouns very much right behind them.
Nice play from Husky there. I think that was him blocking the arrow onto the siege creep. I believe that Stomanin was trying to arrow mid lane to get that catapult, but Husky tanked it. They're pinging it. Yeah, look, Husky, he's trying to stand in the way of it. Make sure that it does not get arrowed. Stomanin looking for the angle again. Oh, he got it. Moo tried to block it, but he's a little late. Either way, it looks like tower should go down for Meteor Hammer.
Loading will turn up. Not quite hitting the 6 yet on the Warlock. So no golem to drop if they want to try for a defense. Funnick's coming in as well. Now let's take the tombstone out, the tower. It's in deny range now if they want to as well. They'll try for the setup. Meteor Hammer comes crashing down on top of Gunner. Tower gets denied. Nouns, they won't lose anyone. Be able to get away.
Scared to commit. You know, they get that connection onto Gunner, but they're like, yo, gotta be careful, Moo. He's got that Ravage ready, so they can't actually go forward versus this. 2-2. Very calm. Very chill. Bait, I mean, probably pretty happy with how those lanes went out. Stonebank, as we said, you know, this is a game where the Slark, if he is able to have a very good performance, he can absolutely carry this game.
Sure. I mean, do you feel like some of the kind of the sentiment that was said during the draft and such, that even if Bait do hit some of these stuns in these situations, it's not always going to be that easy for these heroes to find the damage to kill as quickly as they would maybe hope to?
It's all up to Stonebank's game, right? It's how farmed the Slark is, how many hits is he going to be able to get to keep that Ashen Sift. He's the big damage dealer. And Dendy too. Honestly, if Dendy's having this good of a start, he is able to get like a BKB very early, then maybe he is going to actually be able to do that damage that sometimes these primals do run into issues of. And looking at the primal also, like, this is actually one of those games where you can look to go like this BKB Aghanims build if you'd like to. When you're playing versus Tidehunter, then you can actually commit to kill Tide. So could be a potential we see Dendy go for if he ends up having that good game. Because then you can just full initiate and you can commit onto Tide, and then the whole team fight for Nouns is broken if you bring that Tide down. That'll take some time, of course, and we'll see if Dendy does go down that route.
In the jungle, Gunner and Husky trying to mess around with Stonebank. He's got Shadow Dancer the ready.
Stonebank, gotta be careful.
He's still getting taken out pretty low, but he's got the backup of Lodin. Lodin, of course, also has the 6 now, has the Golem. If
they get the glimpse.
Too much pressure.
Oh, so close. Lelis trying to get the range of that glimpse. If he gets it, that's very likely Stonebank just dies. But Stonebank able to get away. He wants to come back in. He has the ward, so he does have vision of that disruptor. So he is pushing his limits here on that left side there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, hold up, pretty damn good. I mean, Dendy looks like he's probably just going to be able to finish BKB before any of those fights do kick off. So he will be able to just commit through the gust, through all these type of stuff.
We'll see what Nouns can find with this, but they need to find something.
Yeah,
each
like
moment they're slipping further behind.
Yep.
They need kills. Gunner
they want
the way
too. They don't want to get like a glimpse static stone on any of these supports.
They're going to try for Funnick. Got the chains. not really any immediate follow-up. Funny, just able to flap away.
Bait's playing the map very nicely, honestly. This is really well played from them. It's already 3K lead, potentially a 4K very soon.
Yeah, these moves from nouns just not really achieving much right now.
And looking at the itemization, right? Like, so you mentioned it's going to be soon BKB for Dendi. Slark, as we said, he needs a BKB this game. He's on his way already. Diffusal, Ogre Axe is already done.
Should get Stoman in here. I'll be able to glimpse him back into the kinetic field, so something to be found by Gunnar and Lelis.
Do they have a smoke on them right now? Because they still have that deep ward up that they placed earlier. Kind of would like to see them smoking, try to get the static storm on this Slark, because he's just getting away with too much. Yet to see a static storm 14 minutes, yet to see a Ravage.
Ah, true. And yeah, he's going to have that BKB soon. Oh, Tom, move.
This is really, I mean, honestly, this is a bit of a dream here for Bait.
Sure, that they're just getting to chill and Slark's getting to farm.
Dendi literally he's got to have BKB right now. So getting on top of the Drow, it's an absolute option for him at this point if the Drow does show.
And Gunnar, he wants to take some of these Ancients.
Up top, Lodin actually gets the TP out. Okay, they tried to get the hammer on him. Can't even get the kill onto this little Warlock.
This really has been the story here so far for now. They've not been getting the kills.
No.
I think they really would have wanted to. They definitely make the moves to do so. But as you say, Dendi now with the BKB.
It's go time for Bait, honestly. Like, at least Stoneback still has to be a bit careful, but Dendi can now start committing. Start looking for these fights, jumping into backline. Can even look for the tide. Like, he's going to be able to do good damage.
See? I mean, straight in Lelis, just getting deleted by the two of them. Moo's going to go for the TP out, but Funnick, Dragon Tail's there. They'll stop the escape of Moo. I mean, Moo's completely on an island here. He's on his own. There's nobody else to help him out. Yes, he's tanky. Meanwhile, Silence does catch Stonebank as Stonebank tried to go for a bit of an aggressive play on his own. Meanwhile, Moo does go down. So they get the three of them. Stonebank getting caught out. What was he? He got the kill on the Undying, right?
Yeah, but whoa, what's he? That's kind of a big death there for him. Like, he's having this free farm game. What's he looking for there? Like, the Disruptor had already died. He shouldn't really be dying to these other heroes at this point in the game. So, I mean, still okay, of course, for Bait, but they could have had a big window here at this point. If Slark was alive now, they could look to make a smoke rotation or Moonlight Shadow rotation as well with him, because they didn't even use BKB from Dendi. I mean, they're still in a very good spot, of course, but I feel a bit of a weird death coming out from Stonebank there after such a good start. And it's not even versus Static Storm, so. And now, Stonebank might be getting set up on the Glimpse. Not really connecting very well.
No sort of catch there. Stonebank's fine this time. And Dendi, yeah, he really can go where he wants right now. He's not scared at all of anything from nouns.
Yeah.
Just a Manon. Easy TP away.
They'll get Lodin here, though.
Something to be found in the river, at least. We'll go the way of Yamson as well. He needs it. Needs to get that Hurricane Pike done as soon as he can.
Bait does have to be, even though they do have this great start and this great lead, they do have to be a little bit careful how they give away some of these kills, especially around Rosh. Because now in their draft, if they do get like one or two of these big kills, they will just go straight into Roshan and kill it. With Drow, with Tide, with the Undying Flesh Golem, they do have a good Rosh lineup. Bait's not really nearly as good to be able to go for it and commit, so they will be able to fight around that Rosh pit, but if they lose a couple heroes before it, it would probably give Nouns that option to just get it. 5 to 5. I mean, yeah, I think we've been getting used to just the more aggressive style coming out from Western Europe overall, but a little bit of a slower one coming over here. Yeah, they're starting to ping the Roshan already. Funnick is making, he's like, hey, there's that chance that they could be sneaking in there. Dendi?
Should be fine. He's got the BKB if he feels too threatened.
He's got to use it. They were really forcing it. Lodin gets out of the kinetic as well, too. Wow, I mean, this Warlock is getting, I don't know how the hell Lodin keeps living like this.
Hey, that cloak. A little bit of magic resist.
Yep.
It's a tanky boy. He's got good stats as well on the Warlock, right?
Yeah, but they got what they came for, right? They forced the BKB, so now
they can get the objective.
Yeah.
Get into it. It's been scanned out, but unlikely Bait's going to be able to make their way over here anytime soon.
I don't think there's no chance they can fight over there. They'll just all die. Slark will die, and Prime will just with no BKB can't commit. Good objective move from Nouns, but still, same time, Bait farming the map very nicely, and they didn't react, they didn't overreact, they just were like, okay, whatever, Rosh is happening, keep farming, keep chilling.
I'll take that.
Dendi, he's gone for Blink, bit more of an aggressive build. We'll see which one's afterwards. Gunner. This time they'll find one of those supports. Yeah, I think for Dendi it's the Aghanims or the Shivas.
Sure.
At this point, it's whichever one he opts, whichever one he wants. I'm
Nice.
surprised he actually did go for the Blink, but
I mean, who's he looking to blink in the fights? Would you imagine?
I mean, most times it's going to just be getting on top of the Drow
Yeah.
to prevent the aura. Funnick. In a pretty good position here. Push is starting. Now it's tier 2. Glyph is forced. They're joining up as 5. They're anticipating a fight up here.
We'll be into the BKB that's picked up by Stonebank now.
Now he can fight.
So yeah, I would imagine that Bait, despite the fact that there is that Aegis on Yamsen, they will certainly be interested in taking a fight up here. Funnick going to try and start things off. They get the Dragon
Great
Tail
catch.
into the arrow. And they'll be able to take out Husky before he can get anything off in the fight. Moo, pop the Ravage, but it's going to have to be a Ravage where he tries to escape. Just turn around with an excellent tentacle into the Meteor Hammer, but it doesn't matter. It looks flashy, but it doesn't get the job done. He ends up dying still.
Bait is outplaying nouns really, like for the most part of this game so far. Really good moves. Funnick, great targeting decision. They immediately delete Husky, no fight available. Now no Ravage too, so for 2 minutes, sure you got Aegis,
It's
but
go time for
Bait just wants to keep looking.
I mean, you could tell here, Bait know how strong they are. They know that they've got this lead. They want to continue to use it. They're going to be able to find Yamsen. The Static Storm's there. If Yamsen's able to get away from this, he's not. The arrow comes through from Stomanen. It's the Aegis gone on the Drought. With the glimpse back, Funnick able to turn. Still do a lot of damage to Yamsen here with the Dragon Tail and the fire laid down on the ground. Loading will also drop the Golem. He's going to start channeling the upheaval. Gunner trying to push forward to take down Loading, but he has to back away. He can't even commit to take down the Warlock.
Uh-oh. Now it's running into some serious issues here. Bait, beautiful reads the map. Beautiful moves too.
Yeah.
Great aggression. Great way to disengage. And they don't even lose Funnick. He just stands his ground. That damage was actually pretty substantial. All right, Bait.
Lillis has TP'd over maybe to see if he can go for a catch. He's got the glimpse onto Dendi. Dendi, he'll opt for the TP out, but Moo's got a way to stop it with the shard. This time round, Dendi looking pretty done for. Surrounded. And Nouns will finally be able to claim him.
Finally get a big core kill. They killed the Slark like earlier, but yeah, besides that, that was the only other core kill that they've been able to find on Nouns. Pause. We'll come out. Yeah, Dendi was a bit of an over-aggressive position there, playing in the jungle nowhere near any of his teammates. Does get punished for it. Yeah, they're playing very smart on the map too. Like Funnick now recognizes there's not likely to be a fight for some time. He's actually just been popping DK form almost off cooldown to make sure that he can keep up that farm. And he is farming pretty damn well. He was playing versus that Undying lane that sometimes can just shut down a lot of these strength heroes, but Funnick making it happen. He's level 14 too. He's at the same level as like all the cores. That's very impressive.
That's TD Rune in the river. Trying to keep that here for Gunner to grab for the next fight. Still not quite got that BKB though himself. 700 gold off.
Definitely feeling a little worried for the side of Nouns. I mean, Lelis, he's going for like this Blink build next on this Disruptor, but like we mentioned, like, there's these triple BKBs in the core, so it's very difficult for him to get the connection.
I'll see Bait. Just a man and scouting things out inside of the jungle of Nouns. Now's the moment, the 4 of them are starting to get together to try and push for the tier 2 top.
Husky has to be more careful with his positioning when they do these type of plays too. Because it looks like that is going to be the initial one they go, especially if the Tombstone's not down yet. They just kill that Undying first.
I mean, they'll end up backing off from the top. I mean, we'll see where they want to try and enter into Bait's half of the map. At the same time, maybe be a case of just trying to get their BKBs. As I say, Gunner's still not quite got his. Yamsen's still got quite a bit to go before that next pickup.
It feels like Nouns needs quite a bit more time. And for Bait, it's not like the time doesn't
Sure.
not value for them. Slark's
Stonebank's
happy
at the
with
top. Yeah.
Yep. Dendi also, he has shown his item build if he is going to be doing it. Is the other one. It's like 3 builds that you can do. I mean, it is the Kaya-san. This one I actually don't like as much. This game, sure, it's going to provide them that extra damage, but I thought he was going to go maybe a little bit more utility route. But I guess he has the DK who's doing that, so yeah, we'll see if it ends up working. It does give a lot of damage.
Sure. Sure, maybe just what doesn't... You know, when he's got the Kaya Sanji, it's not got the same sort of, like, spike to his power potentials like a Shiva's Guard has. You know, there's some new component for a team fight that can cause issues.
I mean, the status resist will definitely help. That's one thing that is really nice. Nice rune bottom is a big one.
I mean, now's pretty much sticking as a 5-man. Bait definitely able to be a bit more split up across the map.
Yeah, it means that they're gonna get out-farmed.
Yeah, I mean, a 5k lead for Bait. And each moment, it's only increasing the pace of the game as it is. And there's a smoke for now. You know, when they're sticking together as 5, they've got to find some action. They're desperate for it.
They have to get connections. The thing is, their initiation is just...
I mean, it's kind of
weird.
Gunnar sort of has to set up with the chains.
Yeah.
And then they've kind of got to hope that they run away. It's very much going to be the catch of Lelis, really.
Yeah, he's got Blink, so he's got great ways to catch, but there is those BKBs, of course, so it does prevent him from getting
See what they find in Lodine. I mean, it's something, but of course not necessarily the biggest. As of course they get Lodine, but as you can see, pretty much all 3 lanes are getting pushed out by Bait. Bait are just finding so much on the map.
Yeah, they're honestly playing super well here. This is really nice. I love when I see these supports tanking the ganks. 4 deaths are on Lodine. 8 of the kills on nouns.
Sure.
So, only been really targeting those supports for the most part of this game. Funnick again, DK form is up, immediately pops it. Yep. No hesitation.
Cut another wave. Yep. I mean, this wave is pretty much going to give him his BKB. They may see if they can punish this, but no, he's quickly out of there.
Oh, he got him.
He has indeed. The glimpse was there for Lelis, and Funnick, no way out for him. Moo also come across to get involved. And unfortunately for Funnick, yeah, he was close to the BKB recipe goal, but as it is, does get set back. About 300 gold he loses out there in that death.
And now they have 45 seconds. Lelis didn't have to commit static or anything. The blink pays off very quickly for Lelis.
Yeah,
really nice play.
Mid, Stonebank a little early with the pounce. Not able to get the catch on Gunnar. As it were, you know, there is that backup behind Gunnar as well. Lelis would have been likely able to help out with the static.
Oh, he's trying to get another glimpse, but wasn't able to get the vision onto the Mirana. Finding that kill, pretty huge. Yamson now has BKB, so he is much safer if he does get gone on in the team fights, unless they 100-0 him, which will be a bit difficult. Especially with like the soul rip and the heals that will be coming out. Should be able to get BKB off. Close game. Now it's just really continuing to play as a unit. Much more than the side of Bait. They really are just hugging this Drow Ranger at the moment. Ags finished on the Tide. Big damage from those Gush. And they can just now... Their lineup and poking and prodding is very annoying for Nouns. Just about if the commitment comes forward from Bait, if they're able to find some kills, find those ideal jumps, they can burst some of these heroes. But Nouns, if they're able to poke, yeah, it's very frustrating.
Stonebank, he's just going to go straight towards Husky. Arrow will get dodged. A turn, they've got the Ravage to hold back the Slark a little bit. Dendy just commits him to the backlines with the BKB. He'll charge across Nouns. Golem gets dropped. That's going to be Husky going down. Yamson puts the BKB, turns towards Dendy, but Dendy's able to TP out safely. Stonebank now turns his attention towards Moo. He's kind of split between the targets. He's now opting to back away.
Stonebank.
As here's the jump forward. Gunnar. He's going to get caught by the Dragon Tail stun.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be 3 dead, though. Nouns getting the cleanup this time.
They got so split. Moo and Gunnar on the right side, everyone else on the left. Just got really awkward for them. They actually were not able to commit onto these heroes. Nouns fully have come back. That BKB from Yamson paying off immediately.
Yeah, they couldn't quite get on top of the Drow and threaten Yamson as quickly as they needed to. Yamson positioned very, very well. They'll take this tier 2 tower now, Nouns.
And Nouns got every spell off, right? Even though the Undying dies, Tombstone was down, Flesh Golems, the Disruptor got absolutely everything off too. They had great positioning to be able to distance themselves. And that was quite a lot committed also from the side of Bait. They did end up using Golem. They did end up using, was it? Yeah, both those BKBs. Funnick, like we said, getting picked off up top. Didn't have his BKB for that fight. Maybe could have been a difference maker if he did have it. He could just commit harder.
See what they look toward now. Nouns, they've got that bit of a lead. They know that Yamson's strong. Bait are going to try and go straight away to see if they can fight Nouns, but that last bit of a play, they're going to have to try to do their best to not replicate that. And it's difficult. They're still, of course, lacking the ult of Lodine. It's on cooldown.
in scary moments right now because Bait, they scanned around Rosh and it did flag up, so they maybe thought they were poking it. Rosh is up as well.
I'll see if nouns want to step into the pit.
They have a good ward. I believe they just saw Yamson with that ward they have around the triangle.
He's going to try for the setup here. It looks to Gunner, but the BKB's already out. So Gunner, he's able to commit over towards Stamanen. A couple of leaps gets Stamanen out to safety. Gunner, he won't want to continue to chase with his own BKB coming to an end.
They're going to start the rush.
I was going to say, we're sort of pushing them back as they did. Just give the chance for nouns to look towards this. And Bait,
they're under vision.
Is there anything they can do about this?
There's a ward here, so nouns, they're protecting this vision
Yeah,
here.
look, they all step out as 5. They're more than ready. They say, you want to try and throw in the rush, we'll take the fight with you.
They've got Ravage back up. It just comes back for Moo.
Yeah, still Golem on cooldown for loading. So the big team fight out for Bait.
It's dropping. And yeah, this ward, now they're going to be able to finish it up, but the Rosh, it's already dead.
Yeah, they're very much stabilizing the game here. Nouns very nicely recovering from what was a position where Bait had managed to build up a slow and steady advantage, but now that lead's completely gone.
And this is a huge pickup. Drow now level 18 with an Aegis. He's got a Quiver. Ember now has Shard, which is honestly one of my... I really like this Shard personally on the Ember. You're able to do so much if you get any consecutive kills with these Remnants. And he's almost level 18 also. Yeah, they've totally brought the game back onto their side.
Dendi, it's going to try and start things. They're going to see if they can jump Gunner and burst him. They can. That's Gunner gone. Moo pops the Ravage. Static Storm to follow up. It's going to be able to catch the Slark. He's trapped for now. Loading the Golems back up. Drops it down on a Moo and Husky. Now turn, take down the Tombstone. Bait. Jump forward for Stonebank. He's going to be able to catch Husky. Moo's able to TP out. They'll charge forward over to Yamson, but Yamson, he'll go for the BKB TP out. Protect that Aegis.
Nice play. They still recognize that Gunner's at BKB was on cooldown for what, 10, 12 seconds or something. They make the quick jump. And he just committed his gold. So if he had buyback, maybe if he hadn't bought something there, and maybe they look to fight around that area because they have the Aegis and all that. But yeah, Gunner gets brought down. A really good recognition from the side of Bait.
All in all, it's still a close game.
Yeah, back and forth we go.
Yeah, each team fight very much flipping the lead in for the relevant team's favour. It's 12 to 10. Not the highest of kill games, but very much a tense one. 31 minutes in.
BKB 40 seconds for Yamsun. Gunner, his is back. Even if they don't have Ravage, feels like they might look for this type of fight here. Try to get something going here with that Aegis. They are under a ton of vision, though. Really good wards coming out from Bait all game. Even early game, they did have some deep vision to be able to watch some movements. These wards are really nice. They have this bottom ward, they have this mid ward, so they can watch any type of aggressive move.
I'm in mid, Stonebank. He's going to go for Lelis here. Will come in with the BKB. Dendi trying to close in onto Moo, but get held back by the chains of Gunner. I'll pop the dust, but Moo, no Ravage, and I'm going to look to try and set up onto Dendi right now.
Stonebank, waiting in the wings.
He's thinking about going back in, maybe. He looks towards Gunner, but the chains catches him there. Yamson's ready to start dealing the damage from the side of it all. Stonebank has to jump away. Let's use the depth shroud as well to give him a chance to get out of this one. Gunner continues to chase, gets caught by the arrow. See Stonebank considering turning, but the silence is there as well as the molly shot. Stonebank's in trouble, he's taken down.
Oh, and they get a gem also. The Mirana, I believe Stonebank had just picked it up a bit before that. Huge kills for Nouns. Gunner committing forward, gets the grab. I think Mindbreaker, did that initially silence the DK on the jump when he went for the stun on Gunner? Looked like it, but either way, Gunner, big plays, and Nouns, even without Ravage, ends up getting a pretty successful fight. 50 seconds for Slark. Ravage is back up for Moo.
Yeah, well, they can start the push. I mean, we're seeing these, you know, every time that Yamson's around, he's been doing a great job of getting in position to do the damage. Only died the once this game, and definitely been a huge problem for Bait in these fights that they try and take. Any time that they don't get in on top of the Drow, it's just so difficult for Stonebank to maneuver around to fight successfully. The damage coming out from a distance just shreds the Slark.
They have significant damage on the side of Nouns too, and as we mentioned before, so much poke. This constant gush with the Ember Spirit slides. Everybody just gets their damage amped up because of Moo's build. Level 20 also now has been hit, so Yamsum, he's got the multi-shot damage talent as well. It's a very significant one, as we saw there already. It's been doing a lot of work versus Stonebank. And I believe he's got a... He is going to be going for that crit, so he's going to be going for that Silver Edge. So breaking the DK.
I mean, he's going to do some pretty crazy damage on the Drow.
It's a good build. And he already has, as we mentioned, a little bit of a steroid coming out from that gush and everything, so this is just going to make him do that much more. And it's another positioning kind of item, too, besides having that Hurricane Pike. And I believe they have... Yeah, they're about to have double Force Staff as well in the supports. Husky has it, Disruptor's about to have it too. Yeah,
it's just going to be so difficult for Stonebank to get on top of the Drow.
I'm glad that Lela switched. He had the optimistic Aghanims queued up, but they don't really need it this game. It's all about just keeping Yamsum alive, and he should be able to just carry the game. So, yeah, Force Staff's always the name of the game when you're playing with the Drow and you're playing versus Slark. Slark hates playing versus this item. Gunnar looks like he's going to just go for... He's about to actually have it. Going to just go for the Lincolns, so he's going to have that protection in particular versus the instant DK stun. And then he should just be able to survive pretty much every single time. That and the Pulverize, of course. Dendi almost has Ags. With Ags, they could look to, as we were mentioning before, commit onto Moo, but if you look at Moo's build, he's actually just gone straight BKB. So he's got a way to kind of counteract all this type of stuff as well, even if they try to just full commit onto him. Kind of a cool build. Can't believe I'm saying a BKB is a cool build, but it's a Tide.
See if Nouns, I mean, is there any pressure for Nouns to really look for any sort of play before Roche is up, or are you just waiting for the Aegis?
Probably just waiting for the Aegis. I mean, they can look for pickoffs, of course, because they have Disruptor, but Bait has still been playing this game pretty well. Like it's very neck and neck. It is going to all come down to these team fights, all come down to vision, who has that vision. One thing is that Nouns, did of course get that gem from earlier, which is a pretty big deal when you are playing these type of games. Looking at Lodian also quietly chilling, farming. He almost has Refresher. I mean, the Philosopher's Stone has been paying dividends. Could be another layer that could allow Bait to take some of these fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Stonebank, Scotty's done. So he's got very good item versus that Drow Ranger. And versus these BKBs in particular.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just got to somehow get on top of them. Yeah, close that gap without Nouns' support backup. Being able to sort of slide the Drow all over the place with the 4 staffs.
It's like close the gap, but don't also get too split up. Because as we saw, you know, these split up fights did not really benefit Bait too much. They all have to kind of like stick together, the 3 cores in particular.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Funny. It's going to force out the fortification. There's a whole Nouns still staying over on Bait's half of the map. We're going to get the top lane pushed up towards the base of Bait as well. Just a minute until we'll see when Roshan's back up.
They're just looking to control that whole area, Nouns. A couple wards being placed out. Have to just defend that cliff ward since they are, I mean, waiting for that Roshan, so they have to just sit here. Arrow to scout. Husky will tank it.
Do they want to try and step up into this high ground to fight? Stonebank's going to try. Look towards Husky, comes out straight away with the Shadow Dance. Quite an early commitment there in the fight, Stonebank. He's going to have to put the BKB in and now to back away. Gunnar.
He's in the back line.
He's looking towards both Stoneman and Lodian. Jump over towards him. They've got the grab on Gunnar. Gunnar's dead.
That's the gem.
Hey, he had the gem upon him. And it's dropped on the floor. And now, Bait, I'm going to see if they can try and find something more out of this. Mood does still have Ravage available. Phonic. It's quite a difficult one to deal with now that he's got that Aghanims.
That is absolutely massive. I mean, Gunnar didn't have any help, and this time it's them who get punished for getting that split-up play.
Committed in on the back lines and just didn't respect the potential of the instant grab from Dendi on the Primal.
Yeah, I think they broke his Lincolns with something also, so the DK stun even connected with him. Something else got him. One of these spells.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I didn't see if it was like Lodian's like Fatal Bonds or something that just broke the Lincolns, but something ended up clipping and getting him.
Could have been the Diffusal, maybe.
Yeah, something broke that Lincolns and allowed the DK to get the stun in the follow-up.
Now down the mid they go. And of course, yeah, Lodian didn't pop the refresher, so he's got a second golem to drop if anything starts off here. See how much Bait can push down the mid.
I mean, Glyph was used before.
It was.
They definitely know that. Funnick is probably like, hey, I forced Glyph bottom.
All right, 15 seconds until Gunner's back up. At the moment, the rest of Nouns, they're just still continuing to stay up close to the base of Bait. At the least, maybe Maybe going to lose a tier 3.
They're going to go for some trade play, it looks like. Nouns, they do push a bit faster, quite a bit with that drow. Glyph's still at the ready.
Let's have a look, see what call they make. The fortification will slow them down a little bit top. Gunner's back in play, so they'll start to hold the mid lane. Bait, they'll TP back. They want to try and make a fight out of this, Funnick. He's going to make the jump over towards Jamson. Quick force to the side, Jamson is actually able to turn him with the break. Oh my goodness, nearly bringing down Funnick in a couple of hits, but he's able to get back in with the invis. He's into the trees, but they've got multi-shot upon him as Funnick dead. Stonebank. Shadow Dance comes to an end. Loading, they can have the vision, a glimpse him back. A couple of kills for Jamson.
Uh-oh.
They can keep this push going here, Nouns.
Bit of an overzealous play coming out there from Funnick, feeling stronger than he really is versus that Silver Edge.
It died very, very quickly.
It's like 4 hits and he drops down to a quarter HP.
And it is, yeah, going to be Nouns taking the full set of racks here top.
Still having the outpost was huge also for them since they'd controlled that enemy jungle for the whole time. Gunner, when he respawned, is just able to TP up there and he's back with his team immediately. So they've got the whole 5-man squad. Gunner, take an arrow.
Going for a second set of racks. I mean, still 2 heroes dead.
Dendy's in.
So with the BKB, they're trying to jump the drow here. They get the follow-up stun. That's going to be Jamson gone.
Wow.
Just like that. And Husky as well to fall. The buyback comes out from Funnick. They're going to try and change for more. Lelis gets the static sword of the 2 of them. Indeed, Gunner. He's going to start committing in. They want to try and burst through Stonebank. Stonebank trying to survive. The static storm causing so many issues. He gets glimpsed back, but he's able to get the Shadow Dance. So tries to pounce away, but he's stuck in the kinetic field. Dendy's able to charge away, but that Stonebank gone. And he does not have the money for buyback. He's about 600 gold short.
Oh, no. He did end up spending his gold. Great Lelis, a clutch little play there with the kinetic. Stonebank would have gotten away otherwise.
I mean, and that opening static storm as well from Lelis, just causing huge issues and now for bait in that fight. And it's a big call for Nouns to make, right? Committing those buybacks in that sort of situation. Husky and Jamson buying back into the game for that.
It was very smart. I mean, they knew that the Roche was likely to be coming back up or up at that moment. So, yeah, they make the call, they get it, and Roche, it's done.
Theirs. And what it was the acronym? So it was the Refresher Shard.
Yeah.
Who's going to take that for Moot?
Yeah, very likely. It's a great pickup, really.
And they smoked out bait, but with Roshan already been taken, it's now a bit of a risky place to make a move. They don't have their slot.
And the other thing is, too, they did recover the gem again now themselves. Yeah. So there was a gem recovery that came up from bait. Now, Nouns, they took it back after getting those type of kills, which is huge when you're playing versus Moonlight Shadow. Yep, some glyph was used, so walking up confidently to the high ground.
Yeah, without their Slark, it's scary to get anything done.
Uh-oh.
Sort of have to just sit back here, bait, and watch their mid-racks get taken down.
It's been such a close game. Network
It's
still very
still
close,
kind of crazy at 41 minutes, just a 2K lead. I mean, not many games where you see that little amount of variance throughout the entirety of the 41 minutes of gameplay.
But this is very substantial, having these,
the map damage done.
Yeah.
And Nouns, very much way more than the 1K lead shows right now. They are in the driver's seat.
And they're hunting. Dendy has to use defensive BKB.
Same for
Funnick. All right, now they've got 90 seconds. Hopefully they can get that push. Yeah, they draw the line immediately. They're like, let's go, hit the tier 3. If they get, I mean, they're going to get there before those BKBs are back and ready. This next fight could be very difficult for bait to do with those still on cooldown. Stonebank, he's already ninja gearing, starting to get into position, perhaps, as this Slark. He's going to have to do such heavy lifting in this fight.
This is risky to fight outside of the base like this when they don't all have their BKBs ready to press. Stonebank, got to poke out the BKB of Gunner.
I understand why, though, right? Because they're like, if they hit our base without BKB, what do we do?
Sure, they just take the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can understand why he is looking to do that. Now they're going to smoke.
Yeah, they're going to keep going for this. There's no need, no reason to back up.
How long on it? 40 seconds on Primal, 40 seconds on the DK. How do they hold this? I mean, they might just have to commit for some crazy type of fight.
You got to throw some bodies in.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get mega creeped, otherwise it almost feels inevitable against this Aegis drought. Pushing your base. Jamson.
Tombstone just so frustrating also to walk into. They see everything.
Try and start off the action. Golem's going to get dropped, but Jamson's already forced well and truly to the side, miles away from the Slark. So nothing more to be done with that jump.
They glimmer the Golem. It will keep it alive.
And it did slow down the push a bit.
How long on BKBs? 8 seconds.
All right, they've managed to buy a bit of time. Still, that Aegis on Jamson, cheese on Gunner. And that Refresher Shard on the tide. Dendy.
Gunner, BKB on cooldown also.
Dendy is going to be able to get the grab. Steps in, the arrow's there to follow. They'll drop the Static Storm to try and hold back Stonebank, but Stonebank's got the BKB. They commit and they take down Gunner.
Good move.
Moo, watching from the high ground. Yamsen turns his attention over towards Funnick. Quickly take out the Golem, back towards the Dragon Knight, but Funnick's got the BKB up. He's able to step away. Yamsen is going to go for Dendy instead. The Kinetic Field traps him. Dendy wants the Refresher. He's ready to start running straight back at the Drow. Grabs the Drow. Yamsen, that's the Aegis gone. Moo, post the Refresher. He's got just enough mana to get another Ravage out, but the Shadow Knights was already there from Stoneback. Kinetic Field containing the Slark for now, into the trees to manage, trying to get vision onto Lelis, turns with the multi-shot. Yamsen is able to push back Stoneback with the Hurricane Pike, turns towards Stamanen. The charge across is there though from Dendy. Yamsen, he's still got his BKB ready, able to pop it. He's wailing into Funnick. Funnick trapped in the field. The multi-shot, is it enough to kill him? It is. Takes down Funnick, but Dendy's got his ult back up. Grabs Yamsen once more. That's the Drow down for 2 minutes. They'll lose Husky as well. They hold.
What a play. Great again. The recognition of cooldowns is really coming into play. Dendy, he knew that Gunner's BKB was still down. He just made the call, made the go. Force Staff came out super late. I believe that the Undyings was already used. Lelis was too far to actually save Gunner. Causes a bit of panic, a bit of disarray. And now, Bait, they got a bit of a window themselves. 100 seconds.
Yeah, no Drow. And they know it. Yeah, Yamsen.
Yep. His
buyback on cooldown after that previous play that they made around the mid-team fight.
And now Dendy, right before that fight also, he did commit by the Refresher. He's going to have his buyback at the ready, and he has hit level 25. Yeah. So
same for
those
Stonebank.
BKBs, he's going to have a little bit of an answer for it.
All right.
All righty.
Well, the game goes back and forth yet again. 19 to 18, close on the kills, close on the gold. And 45 minutes in, 5k lead, as close as it gets. It's very much one of those games you have no telling of which way it's going to go, even at this moment. Yep. It could still go either way.
Absolutely.
It really could. Right now, Bait, they're the ones getting to make the aggressive play.
I mean, they have 50 seconds. They might be able to just get these.
How much can they take? Just one set.
Bottom might they might try to poke it. I think they're going to try poking it at least.
You know what I mean? 46 without Yamsen, that's a huge amount of the damage that the nouns have kind of been relying on to get these kills.
Oh, but Stonebank. Oh.
It's going to be okay. Arrow won't catch. And Stonebank can at least try and get a few stacks up. No, he's getting a little too scared.
Yeah,
doesn't want to risk it.
They're still hanging in the area, though. They know they
25
have 20 seconds.
No Drow. 30 seconds until Dendy's got his Refresher ready to pop.
Loading also has his in, 30 seconds as well. He's got a Golem in 5.
All right. I mean, the Refresher, especially when Dendy made a huge impact last fight, getting off that kind of double BKB.
Mm-hmm.
No back off now, though, Bait. They respect the fact that Yamsen's going to be back in the game in 10.
Got to make sure they keep those waves nice and shoved out. 7k lead. Now Nouns do have absolutely everything available for themselves. Bit of a... Whoa, is that... Lelis just popped Static Storm on him?
Wait, no.
I mean, he popped it for the creep wave.
Oh.
I guess he really wants to try to finish up his Aghanims.
60 seconds. Yeah. What's a minute?
I mean, I guess. I mean, they all do have BKBs and stuff like that, but okay. He really wants... If he does get Aghanims now at this point, after having these defensive items, that could also be a huge game changer. Could just dictate every single one of these fights, too, so... Okay. Can't blame him. Yeah, Bait, still playing, like we said, this has been such a close game.
It really has.
Neck and neck, totally. I mean, the graph says it all.
Yeah, it's just up and down,
unbelievably
up and down,
back and forth. Yamsen, that's a pretty big pickup if he does want to swap it in. Has found a Trickster Cloak. Sure, there is that gem, of course, that is on the Mirana, but that means the Mirana has to be in to the fray in order to find him.
Not the easiest thing to do as a Mirana.
No, not versus this type of draft either.
And against this Drow that's probably killing you in 3 hits.
Yep. The level 25 is the big deal, as you said. The Pierce's Magic Immunity, Pulverize. Same thing for the Slark. Yamsen's still not 25. Same thing for Gunner. Back to business, though. They draw the line. They're like, why are we in our area? We must shove out bottom. Force them back to their base. Wait, how many buybacks are they having? They have the 2 important cores. DK still a little bit far off from it. 1,400 or so, but pretty close. Gonna be a lot of lives in the next fight. And we did see Stonebank. He's got a Moon Shard. And, oh, okay. Do they look to force a fight with this?
I think they'll certainly want to. Got the smoke. They're grouped up. I mean,
do they have a...
Take a bit of a walk to get all the way down towards where nouns currently are.
I think they can look for going for like this smoke, maybe
if they catch them in
it.
the jungle, it might catch nouns from surprise, sort of getting hit from this kind of angle.
Yeah, and look, they have the moonlight.
Yep.
They are They're not smoked though, so Funnick might get seen. Yeah, he gets seen.
Who's going to go in first? Moo. He's going to be able to get the jump. They're going to look to try and burst. Funnick, the Ravage comes out. Dendy's in with the BKB pole fries on towards Husky. Undying to fall. Same for Funnick. 1-for-1. Immediate buyback from Husky. Stonebank. He's going to be able to get on top of the Drow again. Yamson's in trouble. Yamson is getting right-click damage to Mana. Turns
He's
down his
alive.
ground, and he's going to be able to TP away. That was close there. As Stonebank now, he's in trouble himself. It's actually going to be Gunner with the cleanup. I mean, they were so close to killing the Drow.
That was unbelievably close, but they do end up getting jumped on first. They had that Obs and Sentry up on the high ground. They didn't actually smoke everyone. It was just a Moonlight. They only had the ninja gear on the Slark when he's sneaking in, so they saw Funnick, they get the jump, and he just dies immediately.
Yeah, with that Warden Sentry around that area.
Funnick got literally nothing off.
No. And now they'll see how much Nouns can do, see if they can at least force out some of these buybacks, maybe from Stonebank. He's dead for 70 seconds.
Oh, and the Aghanims is now done for Lelis also, so he's got this way to just stop those BKBs too.
He's going to start teasing around with Dendy. Dendy does have the refresher into the BKB if he feels threatened. So you're going to be enough to get the buyback out from Stonebank. He's going to see the fact that this bottom set of racks is getting taken out by Yamson and Moo. Is he actually able to do anything about it? They may just have to accept the fact that they're going to get mega creeps. Put the fortification, but indeed this Rax is going down. Stonebank. He's going to try and get in onto Yamson. There's the first bounce forward, but Yamson, he's out with the Trickster Glow. Gunner. Also able to break away. I'll have a Golem drop down upon him.
Ooh, a little awkward.
Well, nothing else. Mega creeps out now for Nouns.
And so much gold influx after that now, too. Everyone gets to finish up one of those big items. Gunner pretty much Aeon Disc Refresher finished up on Moo.
Roshan's back up. I mean, Nouns, they can just back away, look for this Roshan. It's the Aghanims, it's the Refresh Shot, it's everything.
A free Aghanims now for Gunner.
Yep.
The absolute dream. And even finds an Arcane Rune, too. That whole fight, too, that was Slark with DD down in the jungle also. Just...
I mean, Bait have to go for this. They can't let Nouns take this Roshan. They're heading out towards it. There's good ward coverage again, though.
They're going to see him.
All right, Stonebank's going to go straight in. But the Static Storm's there. He's got to try and get out of this. He's in trouble. He's trapped in the Static Storm. That's Stonebank out for 2 minutes. Husky's able to force out to the side. Funnick will continue to chase down the Undying. Does kill him off. Dendy's in trouble. He pops the BKB. But the damage from Yamson causing Dendy to have to escape from the team fight here. He can't run away. Gunner's Sleight of Fist takes him out. Dendy's out. Stonebank's down. Same to be said for Funnick. GG is called. They don't have buyback. As Nouns will take this game 1.
Not too handedly, though. To be quite honest with you, it was pretty contested. I think Bait made some really nice moves around the map. Their lanes were pretty successful. They just couldn't take any Roshans was the big issue. Nouns was able to get away with every single one of them, and they did get...